Hello, viewers. Good day and welcome to another episode of Gender Spot, a program that discusses relationship, its issues, challenges, solutions, and of course the ideologies of people keeping relationship in and outside marriage. We are in the studio to continue from where we stopped on how partners discover a cheating spouse. Already, I have my wonderful gender squad seated in the studio to continue from where they stopped. Welcome to Gender Spot, fellas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In our last episode, we started discussing how partners get to discover a cheating spouse or discover if they are being cheated on by their spouse. And we talked about stalking, we talked about less intimacy or connection, in a relationship. And we also talked about...
What did you say about stalking? That if your partner is stalking you?
Yes. We discussed
it means...
No, like people, when they
started suspecting you, then they follow you from one place to another,
follow your messages,
and then they will definitely see something,
or
not
maybe
really
not
definitely.
necessarily.
No,
see
mostly
something.
if you are looking for something, if you see something that looks
Sometimes it's baseless suspicion.
It's baseless, yes.
And then you find
and
then you get
We also talked about when there is no sex, there's no
no intimacy
in that. So we talked about all of this. So
and I said to my viewers, if he's not sleeping with you, then he's sleeping with someone else.
So you said there's if a man is not
sleeping
with his wife,
then he's sleeping with someone else.
I don't think it is
baseless.
You men are disputing.
Yes.
I'm disputing this thing wholeheartedly.
Okay, now what's your basis?
My basis is there can be an arousal of a certain issue that can make you not to want to have sex at that point in time for a certain period of time.
Why then do we even have mood?
That is it.
Why do we have mood?
What if you have a repressal mood towards the man and the man doesn't want to do it?
Excuse me, let me tell you something. When I say if they are not sleeping with you, they are sleeping with someone else, that does not mean 1 week or 2 weeks of not sleeping. Normally, a woman, a reasonable, responsible woman, doesn't even raise an alarm of no sex until it is like 3 or 4 months. I'm not talking about your 1 week off or your 2 weeks off or your 3 weeks off. I'm not talking about that.
I'm talking about
no. I'm talking about.
We're talking about. You're not even looking at yourself as a woman.
Yes.
Your attitude, your dressing,
goodness. Hey,
you have something that was sparked. That is it.
Yes.
Now,
you have it.
No, excuse me.
Then
Excuse me. No.
it?
Excuse me. Let me tell you something that I know. A viral man that is sexually active, that is normal, will never go out of the mood of sex on a normal basis.
It's an abnormal situation.
Yeah. So now,
for a man to stay with his wife for 3 months without having sex,
then something must have
something
happened.
must be wrong.
Yes, if he is
you don't have a communicating platform within you and your wife, then you will not know. Your wife should be accommodating enough to. No.
I will not agree on that. You know why?
Reason.
You know why I'm not
You'll be able to explain to her, yes,
these are the reasons.
Excuse me, let me explain to you. Look, if we are looking at this thing naturally, you know that Mr. John doesn't look at mood. When Mr. John is ready for action, is ready for action. So please forget it.
But you also,
by the words of your wife
when
behind
Mr.
you,
John is
or at
ready
the back,
for action, what if he's not ready for action for the next 3 months? There won't be action. It's an issue of readiness.
You don't understand. If Mr. John is ready for action, is ready for action. Whether the man likes it or not, once the mood,
I think
the
I'm
things are
understanding
there.
your point.
You know,
because
once men normally have,
but you see,
men normally
not
have,
that we don't understand what you're
men
saying.
normally
But the
have
thing is,
that
it's like an assertion. You just said if he is not sleeping with his wife, then he's sleeping with someone else.
Yes, I
Not be
understand.
sleeping with
For a
someone.
long period of time.
It is not. It is because I don't think we have gotten a very solid evidence to back your
No,
assertion.
whether you don't want to back it. See, the reality is that men have to. We have two. In one man, we have two things. We have his organ, and we have the man. And an active man within the age of maybe 17 to 50, somewhere around that, we know that that organ organizes their schedules, their sexual schedules. So, whether the woman is dirty, she's not taking care of herself, she's not doing, when it is night time and she's close by, once that organ is ready, you forget about all those things. So now what I'm trying to say is
this. Surrounding
environment. Now, okay, what I'm saying is this:
the woman is not his girlfriend. The woman is not his
no excitement. So she's just his wife.
Not a help in the house. You understand? Maybe she has a body he needed to peruse or something like that. No, this is his wife. They sleep on the same bed. She comes up with an attitude that he doesn't like.
Yeah.
There are women that will spend a month with just one wrapper, tying the wrapper from morning till night, and you leave her in the morning on that wrapper. You come back to meet her on that wrapper, and your house
and then you don't have interest.
You get angry.
So
you understand that position of being angry can repel all this. Desires.
You see,
that does not mean you will go out and start sleeping with another woman.
In support of what you're saying,
I'm not trying to say
I am
that.
also looking at it from this angle. I'm looking at it from another angle. What if the two of them are not living in the same state? Possibly they are far apart, miles away from each other. And before he sees her, possibly he has to take like 6 months.
I understand.
And it's this faithful man. You know, is it mandatory that if he's not seeing her within this space of 6 months, he's actually doing something else?
You don't
with another
understand.
woman?
You don't understand my
From that
outcry.
perspective,
No,
if they are having a steady sexual life,
that's what I'm talking
and
about.
all of a sudden,
Yes,
you just
you have
stop
explained
having
it.
sex, and there is
For no reason.
explanation
Excuse
for
me.
it.
Why would you want to create a situation of not having sex
No.
and no explanation?
No, let me tell you. You know the explanation.
That is where
That is
cheating
what
now
I'm trying
comes in.
to.
When you are having an affair with someone else,
Yes.
you don't even want to give room. Whenever she raises the topic, or we say, "Oh, we've gone over this before. I told you I'm stressed. Don't worry, everything will be fine." They just cook up something because they have. Something in their
No. That doesn't
the other way
mean they are
around.
doing something else.
See,
somewhere.
what if it's happening the other way around? I told you an incident of someone coming back home and wants to have a good time with his wife, and he's coming from the bathroom for God's sake, and you ask him if he has Panadol. You understand? You're indirectly telling him that you are not feeling well.
No, but that's not what
that happens for like 3 months.
3 months.
What would the man say?
Hassan, let me make some 30 seconds issue clarification. When I said when they are not sleeping with you, they are sleeping with someone else. I'm not looking at all these reasons. I'm looking at a situation whereby everything is fine. You have a good relationship, you have a good sex life, you have everything going, and then all of a sudden, for no reason, you realize that your husband is no longer interested in
sexual activities
with you. You understand? And I'm not talking about 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I'm talking about you realize that you have not slept with your husband for 3 good months. And yeah, he's always there. He's available. But when you start noticing, you realize that, okay, some things have changed. You have a clue somewhere. That will make you change your attitude. If it is attitude, if it is something else, you know that definitely your husband probably is getting it somewhere. That is why he's not especially if he's a very active man.
All right. Okay. All right. I will come back after the break. Viewers, we're just starting. I know you're very much interested to know what Hajia has for you today. She has started with an assertion, and I believe you want more of that. Please stay tuned. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, this is Gender Spot, and we are discussing how partners discover a cheating spouse. And Hajia is giving us a wonderful assertion.
I'm
Hajia.
not giving a wonderful assertion. I'm just telling you things that might be wrong.
Okay.
Things that might definitely be wrong, and things you should look out for. The number one issue in a relationship when something is wrong is that sleeping aspect. Everybody, most couples take their problems to bed. It is in the bed that you realize that something is wrong. If you have a problem with your wife, it's the bed that tells. If you have problem with your husband, it's the bed that tells. If something is, we always take we internalize things and we put it in our sex life. You know, it's very difficult for couples to separate that. Some do that, but very few couples can separate their actual intimacy time, from their whatever problems they have. So on a normal scale, when the intimacy is suffering for no reason, for no just cause, everything is right, he's just not sleeping with you, then probably there is a new bambino somewhere.
There is need to start asking questions,
especially when you know your husband. You understand? Now it's not asking him a question. You can't just walk to your husband and ask him, are you sleeping with someone else? That's rude. But you should look inward. Some women try their best to change their wardrobe, change their look, be nice, wear nice perfume,
for the man,
and still no show. Because something is wrong. And I'm not saying you believe me, but me, as far as I'm concerned, if they are not sleeping with you, they are sleeping with someone else. And for some men, why I'm saying that is that because so that the men will be able to sleep with their wives, even if they are having affairs. Some men will stop sleeping with their wives because someone has taken their head and they don't no longer feel and they no longer feel that duty.
Yeah.
And women are suffering. I saw a woman that was crying in total, serious crying. 1 year her husband has not had sex with her, and is she going to steal a man? She needs a man.
Well, let me.
And then,
okay.
Yes,
all right. Let's
the man does not see the need to at least service his wife for crying out loud.
Aja, Asan, you see, even in the civil service, you have break time. Man, I'm a machine. You understand? Maybe he's
on break,
going through reconfiguring process. You understand? and it runs for that kind of break. Well, that's not an excuse. Yes, if you have a problem with your wife, bedroom problem, I think instead of just looking at you and then try to change her wardrobe or try to go and make her hair, I think you should find a platform of discussion. She must not look at you in the face and ask you if you're cheating or you're seeing someone. I think you should ask what has happened. You understand this? There's a bit of change between you two and all of that.
Yes.
If you've been able to answer, then you can douse her suspicion. If you've not, then she will begin to think, okay, maybe the food, maybe the way you cook, maybe what you wear, you know, and things like that. Just like that, you just go and change your wardrobe for your man that's looking at you.
So I also look at it this way. Beauty, they said, is skin deep.
Yeah.
You do not have to go to that extent of changing your wardrobe because you don't even know if changing your wardrobe will fix that.
actually
You don't
the
even know. The
solution.
reason
Why
Excuse me.
the change
Let
in
me
attitude?
tell you what women
But
do.
you just
But
cannot
women
just
do.
wake up
No,
one day and just
please,
change
you
your
see,
attitude.
Let me tell you.
You
Women
need to explain.
Let me explain to you. When a woman loves her husband so much, we can really love our husbands to the extent that we want to have them all to ourselves and want to do everything. And then when we go to our women forum or women meeting, all your friends come and you see this one is looking very beautiful and has sewn this cloth, and then and you find that attractive. You think that, look, if I don't do this kind of dressing, maybe my husband will be looking at another one that dresses this way. Women, and women change their wardrobes, go to the tailors and change certain things just to please their husbands. I know women will go to the salon, spend 2 hours and just to please their husbands. I know women that don't have any other thing in their schedule of life apart from looking good
for their husband.
Because that is what the society and the men are aspiring for. You want you to look beautiful. So if your husband is not sleeping with you, you start telling yourself maybe you are not looking up, you are not up that scale again.
Yeah.
You need to do some rewinding, some configuring. Then you start thinking, okay, I've seen these rappers in the market. Go buy rappers, go sew this thing, come wear and everything. Do your hair, do your makeup, do your this thing, and still
Nothing happens.
I'm telling you, a lot of women are suffering from that. You know, there are some selfish men out there who just don't give a shit about what
I think
you are going through.
From the angle, sometimes I feel men, like you said,
All I want is for them to please and
over
please.
familiarity. When they are too familiar,
Breeds
they are
contempt.
used to this woman. They
So
go out and
familiarity
come
breeds
back.
contempt now.
And
No,
yeah,
it's-
that's yeah.
I
Some
know,
men,
but
it
is
does.
that the case?
Even
Because
if
by
you
the time
like,
they go out with Sarah is cute, she's fine, she's fair, she's light skinned, and then so when they get enough of Sarah, they know they can always dump Sarah because she's not a permanent venture. They go back to their wives for a temporal course, and then they go back to Janet, and so it's just like they are comfortable like that, so they don't even care how the woman feels because she's not going anywhere.
You see,
She's
I
always
have
there.
this. I heard this from a certain woman that if your husband comes home, smelling different from the way he used to, like maybe wearing a different perfume, cologne, it's a sign that he's cheating.
it might not be.
Because
it might be.
I kept wondering when she said that.
Women do smell even some women can take their men's underwear and to just
sniff it.
Yeah.
Wow.
There are some people that are really sick.
So it's good that Haja, you are accepting that women. Some of the women are sick.
No,
they're really, really sick.
I didn't say women. I said some people are really sick.
But who does that?
Men,
I am telling you, there are people that want to see. There are people that want to catch you red-handed. And there was this case that somebody told me. Why I'm saying that is that she snipped at partners on this, and there was something different that she noticed. But the question I asked,
what did you
was this?
Now, see,
If you have to resort to that level, then it means all evidence. There's not any evidence. Why are you a criminologist? What kind of detective are you that you want to go and detect in underwears? Is that not taking it too far?
I think it is taking it too far.
It's taking
I
it
always
too far.
think the starting point for every relationship, spouses, understand,
is trust.
Is trust. When you are given a reason to doubt, that is where a problem starts to come in, and you begin to think whether your spouse is cheating or the other way around. Now, if gone are the days when a man will go out with a different perfume and came in with another feel of a different perfume, and you begin to think, okay, he had a time with another woman. You could be in a car, you could be in an office, you could be anywhere. People wear different kind of perfume. He comes back, and you notice the perfume he's wearing, and you think he has cheated. I don't think it holds any water.
But if it is if it is that, but if it is his undershirt, there are really investigating.
There are some
very
that can go on that shirt.
Yes, no. The thing is, there are some like body spray. You put it on the skin, not on your clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but,
yes,
there are some. Let me tell you, there are some women that are experts at detecting because there are women that live in the issue of. I know this designer, this is Gucci, this is this. They know every scent. Now, your husband wears Gucci. He's Gucci.
Suddenly changes to
and
Versace.
then no. And then you know that there's this new perfume that's Versace, and it's a female kind of scent and everything. And then all of a sudden, your husband comes home.
Frequenting that smell.
Yeah. His undervest has his but you know it because you have been longing to have that perfume, and then all of a sudden your husband has a strong, patch on his back, on his this thing. Well,
and then you start perceiving that different angles. This one is smelling Versace. This one is smelling Gucci, and then the areas that are smelling Versace, they are intimate.
Even his phone. Even his phone.
I don't have a
All right, let's speak to Abi.
Sleeping here.
All right, viewers, we'll come back to you after this break. Please stay tuned. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, this is Gender Spot, and we're discussing how partners get to understand that they are being cheated on by their spouse. Awoka, you were saying something about
about perfume,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Well, I believe, or my own opinion is, today people wear different kind of perfume, and they assemble in a place like here. We can wear different perfumes. At the end of the day, my perfume, someone's perfume can be stronger than mine, and I'll go back home with it. My wife shouldn't just look at me and say, "Hey, your perfume." You understand?
No.
Or when I go to bed and came out, and she'll now begin to follow my undies and say, "Oh, okay."
Now, if that is if there is room for doubt, like you said, when there is already an existing problem in the house that has not been trashed, and then she's having suspicion, because anything that is not trashed at home, it's over time it starts bringing, you understand?
Yeah.
So either from the angle of the man or the woman, they start thinking, what am I doing wrong? When they find out that they are not doing anything wrong, then somebody elsewhere is causing the problem, and then they want to investigate before drawing to conclusion and confronting you, and then they want to investigate. So it's this investigation that leads to them wanting to sniff your perfume. And besides, before the change in the smell, definitely it has to do with close contact for that transfer to occur, because over the years you have been hugging people with that same perfume. It has not been so strong. So how come for the past 2 weeks
strong now,
or 1 week the smell is so strong?
But then
So is it that
we
hug
have
is
to
now
look at
stronger?
the frequency.
Let me tell you something.
We also have to
a
look
woman
at the frequency.
that smells a different perfume, a reasonable woman, a sensible woman that smells a different perfume on her husband today will not even talk to you about it. And if it becomes consistent, the same perfume consistently appearing on you, you understand? Maybe within first day, then another 3 days the same perfume, then within the week maybe she notices like twice,
and it will start giving
times.
her record of how many when you went to see that girl, because if
she
you went
will know.
today and
You see,
tomorrow you did not
let me
go,
tell
your
you.
clothes will not smell that perfume.
Yes,
and then 3 days time it smells.
And you know what men don't know. What men don't know is that they leave all these threads unconsciously. And women, if you have a suspecting spouse or partner or wife, then you are giving her all the reasons to doubt you without noticing. The essence of enlightening people about things is for them to know that certain things are not just as incidental or as you take them. Somebody is taking count of what you do. Now, if it's only the first time that she notices you're wearing a different kind of perfume, then she will give you another chance. If the same perfume comes after 2 days, that is the time that she will remember. Okay, on Tuesday he came in very late.
Smelling the same.
He came in at 11 midnight. At 11.
It could be that she didn't even go and sniff your clothes.
Then secondly, it might be that same Tuesday he called me. He said he has a meeting. She will start.
When he came back home, he was smelling different.
Yes. No, he wasn't even smelling different. When he came back home, he removed his clothes, take a shower, and sleep. And then she went to pack the clothes for washing, and then she notices the perfume. You understand? So men leave all these things, clues that,
see,
look,
I'm talking from experience now. I want to speak from experience.
Okay.
You see, I have a friend. In fact, not just one. I have some friends who have perfumes in their car.
Yeah, but the wives know that it's their perfume.
No,
They
in
know the
fact, I
smell.
have this particular guy.
Okay.
His wife doesn't know. He has a different perfume inside his house. So whenever he wants to go out, he wears that perfume. But the moment
she doesn't enter his car, please don't give them excuse.
no, seriously,
No,
I am telling
no.
you this because
No,
I have seen.
If he sees a fine girl that he likes, you carry pish, pish, pish.
Yes.
If he sees a fine girl,
No,
Yes.
maybe he
That
wants
is
to go into
for
the
you.
place. He notices that maybe the
Sweat.
one
Yeah.
he was wearing from home is
It's-
actually
And
It
I'm
has gone
very
down.
sure,
It has gone
I'm
down.
very
So-
sure if he has a wife that is sensible and she must know that
His
perfume.
brand of
See,
perfume.
his
Yeah.
brand of perfume in the car. She
Yes.
knows. See, we all know this.
Let's
things.
not.
So
make-
there's
let's
no
not
way we
make-
can.
See,
You can't just.
We can't exonerate this man now.
see, let's
No,
not
exonerate
make
them.
an issue.
Now,
out of
another
this,
thing.
perfume thing.
No,
It
let's-
can
can
just
be
be
anything.
a mere.
Can be
change
anything.
of-
But
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just a
Another way.
sign.
Yeah,
It's just a
understand.
Another way you can discover cheating, and that is very, very obvious. Because we usually believe that this is your husband, this is you, and there is nobody in between. And then all of a sudden, you wake up in the morning and you have this itching, this pain when you are passing urine, or anything that has to do with that, and you happen to go to the hospital, and the doctor tells you have an STD, sexually transmitted disease. If you are a guy, you know that I swear to God, I've been very, very faithful. I've never slept with anyone. How do I have STD? If you are the woman, you know that there is no encounter with anybody. Especially that STD that it's not through toilet, or there's, sometimes they tell you that it's not. No, there's an STD that it must come through sex. Then you ask.
So it's a sign.
It's a very strong sign.
Yeah.
And once they break your trust, they have that STD. You understand? If it's somebody that is polygamous, that has 4 wives, you understand? It's understandable. But only you, a monogamous man, or a woman that has just her husband, if you have an STD, for God's sake, you have to explain how. And you can only explain that if you are a woman, you can only explain that to an ignorant man. There is no hanky-panky somewhere. If you have gonorrhea, is gonorrhea taken in the toilet? No. So, I know as a man, I know that for the last 1 year, I have not slept with anybody, or I have not had sex with anyone. Only you. How did I come with gonorrhea? So, that kind of thing, leaves you with no option but to suspect, or even confirm that, look, something is going somewhere.
That's straight. Someone.
Yes. Then you see that's an STD.
No contest.
No context. There is this issue of HIV. A believing man that is that knows his status, that is very, very well, and he knows that there is no reason why he should contact HIV. Maybe even if he has to mess up, he does that with condom. Then for no reason, HIV crawls
in
into their lives. Probably the woman he married happens to be a virgin, as he married her.
Or she was tested negative before the government.
Yes. Then the reason, explain to me how there is no blood transfusion, there is nothing, all those minor ways of having the HIV. You start suspecting. And that time you sit the person down and ask him, please
Go
tell
on,
me,
start talking.
how did you complete this? Yes.
No,
Talking.
but
Yes.
there are other
Yes.
ways to
Yes.
to contract this HIV.
We know,
That
but
is not a standard
it's-
basis,
we know,
but it's
but
also
the
an
person,
alarming
it's a
sign.
sign.
yes,
Yes.
but if you are a man, for no reason you have HIV in cropping into your home, you will definitely sit your wife and ask her if she tested negative before marriage, or you marry a virgin who tested negative. You will ask. So that is a reason, a very strong reason to
that
suspect,
somebody's
or to
cheating.
not even know, to suspect. Let's say my strong suspicion.
At that point, there is no issue of suspicion.
It's confirmation, right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll cover.
Just
Viewers,
identify.
we have to go on break now. And when we come back, we'll continue. Please stay tuned. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, this is Gender Spark, a program that discusses relationship, its issues, challenges, and of course the ideologies of people keeping relationship in and outside marriage. We have been discussing how partners get to understand that they are being cheated on by their spouse.
See, there's this. Ajay mentioned it personally earlier on. I think we should take notice of it. Generally, when men come back from work in the night, they usually take showers before going to bed. A lot of men, I've listened to debates like this. Some people will tell you, look, if you want trouble, then go back home
And start taking
shower.
over.
The wife will now start thinking, okay, the guy just came in. Now
Wants to take a
he doesn't
shower.
want to eat food. He just want to take shower and sleep. You understand?
You start
They
suspecting.
they start suspecting. I don't know how much of an effect that has, but I feel there are people that have grown an attitude that, okay, every night I take a shower before going
to bed. Yeah, and it's a good thing. You can't even come to bed smelling for your wife. I mean, it's not good. I don't want to believe that taking a shower just after you
And
come
that
in.
depends
Immediately
on
you
that
come
depends
in.
on your
But
already
then,
existing
yes,
routine
routine.
of the man.
Yeah, if his routine
If he
is not,
doesn't do shower before meal,
Yeah.
before, and then all of a sudden,
But I look at
But I
it
don't
as
see it
if
as
a man
as-
can decide. You can
Yeah,
go
it
home
change.
feeling
There are
exhausted,
moods,
feeling
yeah.
all sweaty, and you just feel like I have to take a shower
Yeah.
before doing
It's
That
for
is
anything.
insecure women that take very minute
Yeah.
things to
but
just start suspecting.
forget about security, okay?
Mhm.
See, when new ideas, new things start coming,
That's what
cropping
I'm saying.
into your relationship, that were not there. You know,
And they are not good.
They are giving you, your partner is giving you room to start asking questions. If your husband is not the type, or your wife is not the type that takes shower when she comes back from somewhere, in fact, some, if you tag them, go and take a shower, no, please leave me, Joe, please leave me, please, you understand? And you have to contend with the smell of their body, sweat and everything, every day. In fact, it's part
You're
of you.
used
You
to
are
it
used to
already.
it. Then all of a sudden, my dear, the guy comes in, goes in, takes a shower, checks, and tomorrow the same thing. A new routine changes. Definitely.
There's not a
There's not
suspecting
a
sign. It could
confession.
be a growth.
Yeah, it might be.
And a
Definitely,
development.
definitely, you start asking why. And in our minds, we have the kind mind and we have the devil mind. If the devil minds take over, you start suspecting that
And reacting
definitely
in ways
this
you are not
has to do
supposed
with another woman. He is sleeping with another woman, so he doesn't want to leave this thing on his body, so he will go and take a shower and come. Especially we, the Muslims. The Muslims, we do the ritual bathing after intercourse. So it happens that when your man comes home, he rushes to the shower. If he gives you that reason to believe that something is wrong, you just assume that he goes there to perform his ritual bath and come and pray. Some will even come and pray after that. You understand? So things, we need to understand.
I think.
And so a lot of women have caught their husbands doing the ritual bath and they have not had sex with them. And then, there are some suspecting women, you know what they would do? She would just let it pass, until, she would pretend that as a wife, I can walk into the bathroom when it's open, even when you are taking a shower. And then you see him performing a ritual bath. I have seen situations like that, when you watch that, when a woman watches that, she now starts worrying and disturbing herself, like, okay, confirm.
I know that sign. This other signs that have been there.
I think there are situations that can actually make a man want to perform.
Please,
no, seriously. Okay, let Abubakar speak because I think he has something to say.
Let's not go there.
This betting that people do. If I'm going to cheat on my wife with another woman, I will not be doing it in my car. You understand?
Yes.
I can't, because that is just suffering yourself.
Yes.
You understand? If I want to cheat, I'll go to a hotel or go to the lady's home. You understand? She must have a toilet.
You are giving them.
We have access to water and all that.
Access to water.
See,
once you're done, you wash up your
So you are now telling them how to do it? I am telling you this. No, let me tell you this. You know what? No, I will not let you. Don't go and tell people how to cheat.
Let me finish.
Don't teach them.
Let him finish.
Don't teach them how to cheat nicely.
No, we're actually not.
I am just no.
Let me finish.
See.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Now, it is not. Sometimes it's not because you had an intercourse. That's why you want to go and take your spiritual bath. You understand? There are people that get stimulated by just sitting close to a lady. Sometimes in your office, in your quiet
your testosterone is high.
You can now start watching films, and things like that.
And then your testosterone is high.
Depending on the level of your testosterone,
yes,
anything can happen.
Yes.
And you come home as a reasonable person. If your wife asks, you tell her, I was watching one blue film, and my girl was not there, and this thing happened. You understand? Your wife doesn't ask.
Yes.
She just started doing James Bond, entering your toilet, seeing you performing your ritual bed, and then coming to now say, okay.
Yes.
And then you have to explain that you're watching film. But the reality of this thing is this. Honestly speaking, I want marriages to be saved. I want a lot of people to be responsible for their actions and know that this action might lead to somebody suspecting me, and then they will be hurt. And when they even come close to confirming that this is what I do, they will be hurt. Men take a lot of chances. I'm talking about men. Why? Because I know what women go through. Women go through a lot of pains during that session when you are suspecting your husband, when you confirm, when you don't know what to do. All those things, they are traumatizing. I just want men to take, please, I beg God, I beg you, try as much as possible to reduce the clues you leave. You should, because what the eyes doesn't see, the mind doesn't dream about. If I catch you doing ritual bath, you cannot tell me that whatever. You cannot.
That is the problem.
Now, you know why?
Tell me this.
You cannot tell me. Excuse me.
It comes to explain to you that, okay, I am watching so and this thing happened. No, I am in the car and this girl was walking like this.
Some
and
women, they do.
That is if she confronts you. That is, excuse me.
That is it.
Excuse me. Wait. That is if she even confronts you. Okay. She can only confront you for you to be able to tell her something. What if she does not confront you?
But that is the primary responsibility of a couple.
Men should
ask questions. So
ask questions, get clarifications, and move on.
Dialogue.
You see something? Men should be more worried about what their wives are not seeing than what they are seeing. Let me tell you. Men should be more worried about what their wives are not seeing. Meaning that you should pay more attention to your wife's feelings and her psychology, because every woman has her own psychology that she operates. So if you are not paying attention to her psychology and those things she's not seeing, your marriage will be in a big problem.
What if
your wife
you just go into your bedroom, start doing your spiritual bed, and your wife didn't see you, and you come out and begin to tell her, actually, she would say, she would think the guilty ones are always afraid. You want to explain something that was not, is choking you, and you want to explain yourself.
If she does not ask you, it means one of the two things. If she does not ask you and she catches you, because she catches you is the word I would use, not she sees you, she catches you, because you have gone in to have a bath, and then all of a sudden you're doing a ritual bath, and then she opens the door and sees you doing it. She knows that it's ritual bath you are doing. You're not being bathing with soap and whatever. She knows, especially if you are using water or whatever kettle to do it. You understand? So if she catches you and she does not say anything, she does not ask for explanation, it is more dangerous.
Shouldn't she ask for explanation?
She should ask. You shouldn't be making decisions on things that you don't know.
Ask for explanation. You get explanation. You get clarified.
And understanding.
There should be a level of trust between you and your husband.
Yes.
You know,
and he's a human being.
Yeah.
He can explain. He can enter into situations. You should be able to ask questions so that when the man answer your questions and you are not satisfied, then you now begin to look for clues here and there.
Exactly.
But the reality is this.
you see, Hadia, you actually said you want to save marriages, right?
Yeah.
But in this situation, I think she should ask questions.
Let me tell you.
No.
Let me explain to you.
Because if she does not ask questions, she's
No.
My problem with living together with women is they think they are always victims.
Right.
They want you to give them the best. Once something is wrong somewhere, then you are at fault.
Now, okay.
Do you understand?
Let me explain something.
No, I'm not going to
okay, let me be able to explain something. When we are here, we have different languages, different tribes, different orientation. In my orientation, you see a wife of 20 years with a husband that is 55 years. What's the age difference? 35 years of age difference. Probably that wife is not, it is not in her position to ask questions. We have different situations in marriages where a wife is like a daughter or a grandchild. The relationship between husband and wife is not like that of colleagues in marriage or partners in marriage.
Viewers, please don't go away. We still have more for you. Stay tuned. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, this is Gender Spot, and we're discussing how partners get to understand that they are being cheated on in relationships.
And we're talking about the ritual if you catch your husband doing something or with a routine that you don't know. Now, I was explaining to you that there are different levels of marriages. There is a marriage that is boss and employee marriage. Where you cannot ask questions. Doesn't it happen? It happens.
It does.
There are different kinds of marriages, different kinds of relationships, even in marriage. Not every marriage that a woman has the right or offentry to walk to her husband and prop him. Now, those kind of women are more dangerous because she cannot ask you. But she feels cheated. She feels you have taken away something. Especially when you are 55 years and she's 25. She's not getting enough of whatever she thinks she has as a woman at the age of 25. You are not giving her what is due in terms of intimacy. You're always complaining about one thing or the other. And then she catches you in action. Whatever, let's say it's a suspicion. She cannot even ask you how, because of the kind of relationship you have.
Because of
But-
what has been unfolding. over
Yes, no, she can not
What
what
has been happening?
because of your relationship, because you are boss,
time. Okay, yeah,
she's
yeah,
employee.
yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because you have that kind of relationship, she cannot ask you, she cannot clarify anything, she cannot confront you. You know what? She will confront herself inside, and she'll tell herself that if this man at the age of 55 keeps me at home, looking all this beautiful and everything and nice at 25, if she goes out, somebody
He
says,
does this.
you look great, just you look young. So that woman will not ask you, she will not confront you, she will not ask you, she will not confront you, she will internalize that problem and
Take her
it
own
might
action.
take
Take
her
action.
own action.
Now,
That's why I'm saying
such a
that
woman,
women, if your woman is not saying anything, you should be more worried about what she's not saying than what she's saying. Because a woman that can always come to you, this is wrong, she is the best
You know
thing
everything
that has
about
ever happened to you. If your wife can confront you and say, ask questions. If she is not the type, or you people are not in the relationship that she is free to ask questions, that will not stop her from taking action.
I think the woman has actually found herself in an unfortunate situation.
Yes.
She might not be the architect of that situation, but she is the victim of that particular situation.
Yeah.
And whatever situation that arises, if she does not have the right to do anything, then she might not even have the right to even catch her husband in the act. You understand? If she can't ask him, then she cannot barge into the bedroom. The bedroom with him inside, to even catch him performing whatever. And whatever he says, at the end of the day, is final.
Yes.
That is, as far as I'm concerned, is a slavery
master kind of relationship.
Yeah, it
That's the
is.
kind of
But there are
relationship.
marriages that are like that.
I think the whole idea is to start looking at the ages of people getting
married
mated together.
Yes,
You
yes.
understand?
It's very important.
If you are 35 and the girl is 15, then please, let's look for someone that is close by.
Yeah.
And then, so that, you see, when there is no friendship, when you cannot sit down with your wife and have a friendship relationship, she's your friend. I told my
But you
my
people
friend,
are takers now, so you should say just stay.
No, you see, I understand.
earlier.
Yes,
Takers have a choice.
time has
Takers
actually
have no
changed.
choice.
time has changed.
Time has
actually.
changed, Aja.
And apart from that, Abubakar, I understand what you're trying to say, but then we say there should be a close, like the age between the age difference should be a little close.
Yeah,
But
not so far.
can we know the age, the difference, as in?
Women,
Let
don't
us
tell
not
their
go
ages.
there. Let us stay where we are. We are talking about how to catch.
No, because he's talking about if a man is 35
it
and
matters.
the
Yeah, it
woman
matters.
is 15.
No, okay, let me
It
explain.
explained
Biologically.
it explained the fact that situation can put the woman
Yeah, in a very
into
big.
a cheating position.
No, yes, mostly.
Good.
But in that situation, most men don't cheat. 55, 60. You understand?
They do. Men at even 65 cheat. Let me tell you things. Let me tell you something. It's a law. It's a law of nature.
That men at
No.
men will continuously
No.
cheating.
Men
Until they
always
No.
cheat.
It's a no. That's what I'm taking. It's a law of nature.
Aja.
This law of nature. Let me explain what this law of nature is.
Alright.
From my own perspective. When a man is over familiar with you, even if you are 18, he marries you at the age of 18, and after 5 years, he is probably 50 or 55 and you're 20. He is over familiar with whatever it is that you have to offer, especially if he marries you as a plaything. I see men of 40 years marrying an 18-year-old, mostly not for the I love you, I'm crazy for you, but it's like you are very beautiful, you have this luscious body and everything, I want you for myself. Now, after exploring all the luscious part of her body and everything, and at that age of 55, he's probably looking for a companionship that she can never offer. All she can offer in that situation is her body. which is as awkward because their intelligence and psychology are not even
They're not in the same.
So, you understand? Her, whatever she can offer, she has offered. At 20, the man is 55 or almost 60. His intelligence, his whatever, she is not within that league. Probably there's a 40-year-old divorcee somewhere or a 45-year-old divorcee somewhere that can give him that intelligent level discussion and everything.
Maybe there's a woman somewhere that has the same kind of situation with him. She's marrying a 20-year-old. And she's 45 or 50.
Yes, like, okay. Let us say, yeah, no. You understand? So it's probably his friend from before she even got married, or after whatever situation, she is divorced, and then there's a click. That kind of I know what you want, you know what I want, I know what you need, you know what you need. That kind of thing is there, and the woman is not there. And then their relationship is like master slavery something. You know, because
and then the girl will start helping herself out.
You understand? The moment she knows that you are stepping all the boundaries, and she's here looking beautiful, looking nice, and everything. There is that tendency. She cannot even talk to you because even if she talks to you, she cannot make you understand. And she cannot even go to home and tell her parents that you cannot do anything. And then she realizes, okay, so he has just dumped me. There are so many young girls out there that 50-year-old will go and marry them and dump them in the house and still go out having fun and doing whatever they want to do. What do you want them to do?
Well, as I said earlier on, Hassan, this issue is between you and I.
All right. But I think we have to talk to our viewers, and when we come back.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Viewers, please don't go away because we still have much more for you to get from this wonderful squad I have in the studio. Please stay tuned. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, this is Gender Squad. Abubakar is saying something.
Okay. I just want to add up to what Hajia just said.
Okay.
The same situation that happens with women, you understand, can still be happening with boys around.
Yes.
That can be kept at home with an aged woman with money and all of that. And the thing that's where we were talking about friendship earlier on. If you don't have a connection, then you can be able to accommodate the boyish attitude of this one, the garish attitude of the other one. You understand? Then you are not being friends, even as a couple. If I'm just going to be in the parlor and you'll be in the inner room, you understand? You'll only be around me when I say come, then there's a problem.
There's a problem, really.
You understand? So I think from the beginning of the relationship, there was a problem. In fact, putting up together the relationship was a problem. You understand? So you can't expect that kind of relationship to be of any interest to
no, but because mostly that kind of relationship doesn't exist. There is not even relationship, that kind of marriage. It's just that I see this girl, she's from this family. I want to marry her.
Yeah, so
you understand?
Sometimes there are arrangements. He
goes to see her only 3 times.
Yeah,
he goes. Yes. Yeah, sometimes he goes to see her only 3 times. Yeah, or she comes to bring him water and drinks and everything. And then the next time he comes to give her a gift. And the third time he's seen her, she's already in his house, married to him. She can't ask questions. She doesn't know anything about him. She doesn't even know what color he likes, what you understand. And her parents, her aunties, everybody is telling her to go and be a good wife.
Yeah, but sometimes that actually works out. When they tell them to go and be good wives, after 5-10 years, when you come to see her in the parlor, you will not know that is that 25 years.
Because she has loosened up. Yes.
And wear her clothes, she will be in the same level with the man she's married.
Yeah. For some, the relationship is always void of real connection.
Yeah.
Real connection. It's always void of real connection. And then you know, women feel this lack of connection.
But you know, in those days, most parents, like the mother that is compelling the daughter to sorry, excuse me. compelling the daughter to marry this aged man, will tell you, when I married your father, I did not even see his face. So, but you see how we are now. So it takes time. Love does not start in a day. So go, you will love him. Ask him
No,
questions.
you know,
So
in some
they
relationship, actually, love
No,
grows.
yeah.
You know,
Yes.
and
When you
That's
know,
what I'm trying
and
to
the
say.
walls are broken, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are looking
they
at.
reconnect.
Remember,
But
we were
most
supposed.
often than not, they tend
No,
to
but
go
remember,
apart.
we are like talking. We wanted to talk about the age difference.
Yes.
That is at least reasonable.
So I think
for
our
connection.
viewers
But you
need
know,
to
most ladies
Yeah.
that come across, they will tell you they prefer to marry older men. They prefer to date young boys and marry older men.
But whatever
Because
whatever it is,
Now let me tell you why.
the age difference
Yeah.
actually warrants the ground for cheating.
Yeah.
You understand?
It
Because
warrants
in
the
most
age difference in
cases,
most
the
cases. Yes,
relationship
it's true.
is
Okay.
from top to down.
yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Exactly. So,
Yes.
Haja, I think our viewers need to know what is this age difference?
That
As
will
in
be on the next episode because our time is up. Yes.
all right. Viewers, I know you have been very much interested in knowing the age difference, but we will see you in our next episode. Please don't miss out. Thank you very much for watching us, and without you, Gender Sport will never be the program it is today. So please watch out for our next episode. Bye for now.